Hey everyone, I'm Mike Burnett. Welcome to the Real Squabble. Today, as we head toward Christmas and Hanukkah, we're talking about holiday fun, food, frustrations, because 'tis the season. But before we do, let me remind you to follow us on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel, The Real Squabble. Welcome, guys.
Thank you. Good morning.
Hey, what do you have for us?
Well, today this is going to be the holiday edition. We've been promoting that.
Yeah.
So we're going to do a couple of things that aren't in our normal tool bag when we do this podcast. So I realize also that I am outnumbered today, but it doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me at all.
Mm-hmm.
You two leave me alone. So there's not a lot of squabbling lately on the Real Squabble, but today they changed that.
Okay.
Not sure. So I thought we would start off with something real simple, light and fun. We're going to do a little history quiz. All right? Little history quiz, background Christmas stuff here. So, Advent begins on what day this year? Guys.
Well, it was actually the
Sunday.
last Sunday of November, I think.
It was the last Sunday of November. Okay, I'll give you that. It was the 27th of November. And did you know, the little trivia tip here is that the first recorded celebration of a formal Advent as a holiday was in 480 AD. Thought that was
Mike.
Yeah.
Mike, did you lead that one?
Yeah, I did. I lit the first candle. Me and Constantine. And actually the actual real Saint Nicholas was there. From
You know what's really strange? The candles, the current names of the candles, like love and peace and stuff like that, that isn't what they were when Advent started. Jackie, what were they?
I knew you were going to ask that question. That's why I didn't look it up. What were they, Glenn?
It was like I know two of them were heaven and hell, and one of them was like agony or something. I mean, they were just like the love and peace, and I'll Google it for you. I'll put it up in the chat later.
Yeah.
Don't touch, you'll burn your hand.
Yeah. Okay, well, Christmas, right?
Mhm.
All right, guys, easy one. What date is Christmas?
Sunday the 25th.
Yes, the 25th of December. The first recorded celebration, not the actual day of the birth of Jesus.
Right.
Actual first celebration of Christmas was in Rome in 336 AD. That is when the church set the date of 25 December as Christ's birthday, because there is no known record of the actual.
And it had been tradition long before that. It just became codified and formalized by the Roman Church, Catholic Church.
Absolutely. What about Boxing Day? When does that happen?
The day
26th, the day after.
Yes, 26th. Boxing Day dates all the way back to the Middle Ages. I did not know that, but it dates back to the Middle Ages. Oh, okay. Still in the vein of the holiday season, what day do we celebrate 12th night on?
That's Epiphany, the 6th of January.
Yes. Whoa, Glenn is just like bam, 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 bam.
Boom. Mic drop.
Boom. Good job for you. All right. Hanukkah. Now,
of December.
Hanukkah is also known as what?
A festival of lights or something like that?
Yes, the Festival of Lights.
Yeah.
And the dates are based on the Gregorian calendar, and with the whole Jewish tradition, it is the 25th day of Kislev, which actually starts Hanukkah. This year, when is Hanukkah?
This year, it's on the 18th through the 26th, I think.
Yeah, Mike. Sunset of the 18th of December through nightfall on the 26th.
Yep.
of December. Perfect. Hanukkah dates back, by the way, to the early 1st century. All right, let's move on to Yule, also known as Yuletide, Yule Fest.
Mhm.
What are the actual dates for Yule?
I don't know. I think that sort of came out of some pagan traditions, didn't it? The Yule, the whole
Like the 21st of December.
Glenn,
What?
you get the biggest candy cane of all today. Yes.
It's
20
solstice.
December through the 1st of January.
yeah.
And actually, its roots were in Germany. The Germanic people celebrated it first. Then
Mhm.
it moved on to various Northern Europeans as a pagan holiday.
Yeah.
The earliest recordings of that date back to the 5th century.
Mhm.
All right, last one. Kwanzaa. What are the dates for Kwanzaa?
It's in between the 26th and the 1st of January somewhere.
That is
It's like the 28th or 26th or something of January.
Mike for the win on this one. It is the 26th of December through the 1st of January.
There you go.
And the bonus point is
Mhm.
what year?
1968.
Nope.
No, I don't think it was until like the 80s.
Nope.
Okay.
1966. Glenn was closer.
Oh, come on, man. That was pretty
Hey!
close.
Hey, you know, we're not playing horseshoes here, Glenn. You got to get it right. You got to get it right.
Yeah,
So
I think they celebrate with a similar candelabra,
Yeah.
we call it too.
Yep. Very similar. Absolutely. So there is your history lesson for today on the holiday season. So let's move in to a couple of other things.
Okay.
So I've got a couple different segments, different things I want to talk about with you guys today. And we're going to move into each one with a little bit of a trivia question. So your trivia question right now is this. According to the song, the holiday season is what? The song.
12 Days of Christmas? Is that what you're asking?
Oh,
Holiday season. Which song? Can you sing it?
no, I'm not singing it for you.
Just hum part of the song so we know which song.
I think she's
No.
thinking about the 12 Days of Christmas song.
Holiday season.
Oh, interesting note though.
Hmm.
12 Days of Christmas. Does everybody know what that's based on?
Yeah. The days from the 25th to the 6th of January.
Yeah. The 12
Okay.
days of Christmas. But
Christmas to Epiphany.
there's some speculation that it was some ancient Christian code, but that's been argued. That's been, some people have said that's probably not true, but it's an interesting thought though, that there was some coded messages in it.
It really is that the partridge in the pear tree refers to Jesus himself.
Mhm.
Go through each of the numbers on the days or supposedly refer to something biblical. I thought that was pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, I am not going to sing it for you. I am not. But
Yeah.
the holiday season is the what?
Oh man, is that Johnny Mathis?
No.
Holiday
Well, too many
Um,
artists have actually sang this for me.
Holiday season.
I don't
Season
know which
the most
Wonderful season.
most wonderful time of the year.
Most wonderful time. of the
Glenn for the win again. Mike, you're slipping, dude.
year. I quit.
My stack of chips over here is just monstrous.
Man.
You can take the chip on my shoulder.
All right. Well, here's what I had asked both of you to
Mhm.
make a list for me, but I didn't want to get too much into it. But one of the things that we were going to talk about today is how, the holiday season is just a wonderful time of year. For some reason, people just seem to be a little nicer. They seem to be more apt to care and to share.
Mhm.
But there's another side.
Mm.
Yeah. There's another side. There's a side that makes everybody go stark raving lunatic mad during the holiday season prep. So, Mike, I had asked you to tell me what are your 5 top frustrations of the holiday season.
Lord, I would have to like rattle it off like the old, McDonald's song, like all 2 army patties, special sauce. It's such a long list.
5, dude. 5.
And it's hard. It's hard to really zero in, but probably one of the biggest frustrations is just to balance everyone's expectations. Where are we going to celebrate? Who's cooking what? When are we going to go where? Right, that type of thing.
That's
Also, how much money are we going to spend on Aunt Jody? How much on the kids? Also, what is it that they want? I don't know what they want. They've got it, they've got everything, or I don't really know them that well. So that's 3, right? Then maybe just being out of my rhythm, like not eating right, not getting to exercise the way I want to exercise, and maybe the social pressures. When we're out and about, it's interesting. I try to be respectful of everyone, and I certainly don't mind saying happy holidays. It's short for holy days anyway. So I will say Merry Christmas, and I will say Happy Hanukkah to people. As a Christian, I believe Christians can celebrate Hanukkah. It's a festival of lights. It's a major time in Jewish history when God protected the Jews, and so it's just a wonderful celebration. I found myself the other day joking around with a UPS driver who came in, and he had a long dark beard.
Yeah.
Right? He came in, and I said, "Hey, that is so cool, man." I said, "You got the gifts. You must be Santa Claus. You just need to dye your beard white." And he goes, "I'm Jewish." And I go, "Okay." Well, it's an interesting maybe other discussion another time, but the commercial Santa Claus really has nothing to do with religion. The historical Saint Nicholas that we referred to from back there when the Roman Church started officially celebrating Christmas was a real person out of Turkey.
Right.
That sort of grew out of with the giving aspects of that. So I kept thinking, it's okay I think it's whether you're religious or not, it's okay for you to enjoy the fun of something. Just like Halloween, right? People have that argument every year about whether certain worldviews or people should celebrate Halloween or not. It really comes down to your intent, what you want to celebrate. Okay, so I went in through all of that. That's probably just one big major frustration there. It's like, and because of my experience now, I try to just be myself and not be offensive, but also not worry about being too woke about everything.
I think that's probably a really smart move. And this is what I'm going to say. Out of your top 5, the one I would choose as the top frustration for me out of your 5, how's that?
Mm-hmm.
I would choose expectations. Oh, good God in heaven. Yeah, no, the expectations of the holidays.
Mm-hmm.
I think there comes a point in time where, and it has to do with your age and all of that. And I understand that, because when you're a child, there is nothing more important than Santa coming down that chimney and those gifts under the tree. But when exactly did the number of gifts under the tree become more important than the reason why you're giving the gifts?
Yeah, it was as soon as the Joneses moved in next door and we were trying to keep up with them.
Yep.
Right.
Exactly. Yeah.
And we all had parents and grandparents old enough that we have probably heard the stories. When I was growing up, we got an orange and a copper cup, and we liked it.
Yeah, my grandparents went through the Depression, right?
Mhm.
And they hoarded everything because they never knew when you'd need it again, right? And
Right.
they were good gift givers because they had gone through very many bleak Christmases in their time. So
Mm.
Yeah. Well, and every so often I will either attempt to take part in what has kind of become like a Facebook holiday tradition, kind of, sort of. I don't know if you've seen the post that goes up. Um, if you would like to receive something handmade from me for Christmas, like the post. And I always thought that was a cool idea, but I can never follow through. I can never follow through because I do not have time to make 500 handmade. I don't have time to make one handmade gift.
Yeah.
And I don't know about you guys, but every so often we'll get into that mode of, okay, this is the year we're going to nothing store bought. Whatever the gifts are going to be for Christmas, you're going to make them with your own two little hands, and it's going to mean so much more.
Mhm.
And then we are at Toys R Us on the 23rd of December looking for the Cabbage Patch doll. Yeah, I mean, that's just how it goes in my house.
Well, the kids
handmade Cabbage Patch doll.
are a challenge, but all the adults are getting gift cards.
See, and I don't like that. That gift card is so cold. But again, that comes back to why I think expectations would be my number one out of your top 5.
Yeah, and my
what-
number one out of your top 5, Mike, there's so much food around this holiday that you never get any time of the year except for this time of the year.
Yeah.
And I'd like to just spread it out a little through the other 11 months, right?
Yeah.
Because I have to eat it.
Yeah.
I mean, it'd be rude not to, but I just don't feel really good. And now you know why so many diets start on January.
Yeah.
Because you're like,
You've been the 1st of January looking in the
oh,
mirror.
Lebkuchen. Exactly.
Right?
Yeah, I'm in those pants on the side of the drawer that are really elasticy, so that
Yeah. Exactly. Oh,
yeah.
So Glenn,
Yes.
your top 5 frustrations. And I know you don't have your list right in front of you, but can you remember some of them?
Sure. I do not like putting up lights. I know it's blasphemy.
No.
And my wife said last night as we're driving home, I'd like to see the lights up on the house again this year. And I'm like, I don't see that happening. And she's like, what? I go, yeah, I just don't think I'm going to fit that into my schedule. So I might get out of it this year, but I don't.
They're going up this year, but they're not coming down.
Oh,
I mean, I don't like taking them down either. That's also on my list. I'm putting them up, taking them down. Why me? Why is it always me? I don't like going out and buying a Christmas tree. In fact, I've got this really great idea I've had for like 4 or 5 years of a combination diffuser and hologram projector that has a spruce scented diffuser, and it makes a lit Christmas tree in the middle of your floor, right? So you can plop it down on the floor, add the diffuser stuff, plug it in, and you've got a beautiful Christmas tree projected in your house.
I like that.
I'm all over that.
Hey, maybe builders could something for the future. Builders could install LED lights in the tiles of the roof so that they can be turned on and off.
There you go.
I
Yeah.
would do that. Yeah.
Yeah, Christmas yeah, we got Christmas. Here we go.
We got you covered.
Ho
Okay.
ho ho. Yeah, right there.
Oh.
I really don't, why is it that it's the only time of year that you can actually find things like slippers, right? You can't find slippers any time of the year except this time of year, right? I actually wear out slippers, and I wear them around the house. I wear it, and I can't replace them.
Glenn, I need to introduce you to llbean.com.
Right? I'm sitting
Yeah,
here
but
going,
no, I mean like
like-
the myriad of slippers that you can go into any department store, and there's a tree, a pyramid.
Okay, granted, Glenn, you can't find those Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer slippers that you like to wear around the house, but come on, there are slippers.
yeah, you
Well,
can't. I was like, I didn't realize.
The fuzzy pink ones are not for me.
Yeah.
Okay. So you've got lights and slippers on your drive you crazy list.
And
What
trees.
and trees. I'm sorry, and trees.
I mean, why am I the one that has to go trim? I mean, like with a saw, trim the tree, put it in the thingy, put the water in it. I mean, like that's a man's job or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
You should fight that.
No, you should not fight that. You should just suck it up and accept that as a man's job.
Well,
during
can
holidays.
you see right behind me? I have sucked it up this year.
Mm.
It's a fresh tree. By the way, it was a 6-foot tree that was $150.
Wow.
And it's live, so I mean it's gonna last us through Epiphany, because that I'll tell you what, if you're gonna put a tree up, leave it up until the Christmas season's over. But no, everybody's trying to yank it down on the 28th. I'm like, come on.
Hey, that's a good thing. When do you guys put your tree up?
Oh,
Typically right after Santa Claus comes down the boulevard on the Macy's Day Parade.
Okay.
it's challenging because 9 months before Christmas, the Wolf household, it tends to be mating season. So the children and the grandchild are all born at this time of the year.
Oh.
So my there's been some debate about we have to have birthdays before we can put the tree up. And so the last child's birthday is the 17th of December. So many years we would go the 18th of December, we would put it up, but then you try and find a tree on the 18th of December and there's nothing good left. So now that the kids are pretty much moved out of the house, we, put it up in November. My wife doesn't like having holiday decorations up when it's Thanksgiving. I mean, she's German. What is all no, you can put it up anytime. No, can't put it up.
Well, she's German. Don't you hang it from your ceiling?
Yeah, that didn't work.
No.
Yeah.
She's American.
I don't like putting up the holiday as in, Christmas type decorations while Thanksgiving stuff is still up, because fall is my favorite time of year.
Yeah.
But once Thanksgiving's done, that stuff's out and the Christmas stuff's going up. So
well, there goes an argument in the house too as to what's enough and what's gaudy, what's tacky, what actually looks nice. That can be an argument.
now, does everybody here take their tree down on Epiphany?
Yeah, pretty much. That's around the cutoff time. Not on Epiphany, because that's like the 12th day of Christmas. So
Right.
I like celebrating it. Pretty much in our house, we celebrate it from the day after Thanksgiving till the day after Epiphany. Then we are looking to find the boxes to put. Well, see, we have a very beautiful fake Christmas tree, and we haven't gone as far as my mom and dad, who keep their tree decorated and put a big bag over the top of it and put it in the garage and then move it back into the house. We actually put it together and decorate it and that type of thing.
Well, true story. One year I thought, why do we take this tree down every year to put it back up again? So while we were in Germany the second time, so this is back in 2016, I decided I'm not taking this tree down. It's just going to be a holiday tree in the true sense of the word. So when Valentine's Day came around, there were hearts all over the tree.
Mm.
And then Easter came around, we hung the Easter eggs on the tree. And
Mhm.
then by the time 4th of July came, I wanted to burn the damn tree. So we do take it down now, but like you guys, pretty much Thanksgiving do after Epiphany in our
Yeah,
house.
I've seen people do that. It looks nice, but I think I would burn out on it.
They take up so much space. I mean, the real estate in your living room or wherever you put it, you know. And I actually know I work with somebody, and she has like 3 Christmas trees in her house. You know, like one upstairs, one downstairs. I don't know where the other one is, but
I
you
can
know.
do better than that. I have a former boss who I swear has no less than 12 trees in her house every year. One for each 12 days of Christmas. They're everywhere. They're everywhere.
Mm.
Wow.
Yeah, that's dedication. That's
Yeah.
dedication. I can't do that. All right, so Glenn.
Yeah.
Did we get through all 5 of yours now? I'm trying to think.
Well, if you do like, if you count putting lights up and taking lights down,
Yeah.
shopping, you know, I'm so glad Amazon's around now.
Right.
What about hearing Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer for the 500th time? Is that hey, it's funny. My grandson was up here for Thanksgiving, and his other grandma had already started watching the TV show Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer with him, which was, you know, a classic we grew up with every year.
Right.
Still the most viewed Christmas show, I think. But we were asking, you want to watch Frosty? You want to do this, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer? And he was like, no Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Grandma showed it to me too many times. He said, I've had Rudolph, and he's 5. I've had Rudolph. And I said, up here? And he said, no, up to here.
Oh, wow. And he's 5?
Well, he'd already watched it twice, and we were getting ready to make him watch it a 3rd time. And that was the most emphatic way he could express it. It's like
He's had
something else.
Yeah.
Man. Well, if I look at Glenn's list and choose my number 1 out of Glenn's list, I think I'm going to go with the Christmas lights. I hate those Christmas lights. I hate them. 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 I hate them when they go on the tree. I hate them when they go on the house. I don't want them on a mouse. You just keep going with this, but I can't stand the Christmas light issue.
Your heart is shrinking.
I know. I know. I think when we're done with the podcast, because here in Germany it is nighttime, I think that my movie for tonight will be The Grinch.
The Grinch.
Yeah. Yes.
Well, I don't do lights outside anyway, so I don't even care. Lights on the tree are easy.
Not when they
it's pre-lit, right? You just
What'd you say?
it's pre-lit.
Yeah.
Cheaters. In our house, the lights look like the Christmas lights that Chevy Chase takes out on his lawn in National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. And why don't we just do this right instead of whatever. Here we are.
Look, Jackie, it's almost 2023. I think you need to update the lights a little bit.
So when it reminds me when my first Christmas in Bremerhaven, Siegfried, I guess it's this big thing that the parents put the tree up and the kids aren't allowed to see it. You know, I'm 20 something at the time, right? And I'm not allowed to see the tree, right, while he's putting it up. But he actually used real candles for a lot of the lights on the tree. That's a thing still in Germany, isn't it, Jackie?
Yes, it is. Less and less now, but yes, it still is.
For those who don't know, that are tuning in, Bremerhaven is in the northern part of Germany on the North Sea, where Glenn was stationed in the army. And yeah, I've seen that. I think they don't do it any longer because of all the fire hazards. But the German Christmases are the most beautiful. My son just came back from Bremen. He was there between Thanksgiving and just about a week or 2 ago. The Christmas markets were open. The Glühwein was flowing. The
Mandel,
the gingerbread. And
Yeah.
it's just beautiful, a beautiful time of the year.
Well,
Yeah.
and like I was saying when Glenn asked, they do still occasionally do it, not as often as they used to with the live candles. But, and for those of you that are listening, both of you gentlemen who have been in Germany know that the German Christmas trees are different. They're just shaped differently, and they have wide gaps in between the rows and in between the branches. So it was much easier for them to actually have
Candles.
on their tree. I don't think you could even attempt that with an American tree.
Yeah. And they don't even have Christmas trees. They have Weihnachtsbaums.
True.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which is just German for Christmas tree, right?
Christmas tree, absolutely.
It
Yeah.
is. Yeah.
But Mike, for you, out of Glenn's 5 frustrations, which one out of his list drives you the most nuts?
Oh, gee, I don't know. Let's see. I can't remember them all. The tree lights was a no-brainer. What was the other ones, Glenn?
Getting a tree.
Getting a tree, that's not a problem. That's easy. I do everything the easy way as far as a fake tree and just, pre-lit trees. Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know that there's anything on his list that bothers me, really. What were the other things?
Shopping.
Yeah, the shopping. I would say, I think that was on my list as well. That's the thing, shopping.
In-person shopping
for
this
people.
time of year.
And I do enjoy doing that if I know there's something a person likes. But I think, I've become more and more a fan of Cyber Monday, just getting on the computer and doing things. I think it's good for us who live in communities to support our communities, but and I do like to do that. But the older I get, the more I find myself online ordering stuff. The problem is nowadays things take a long time to get here. I don't know what it'll be like in the future when people are listening to this episode, but now it takes a long time for stuff to get here. And if you ordered it today in the middle of December, you may just not get it in time.
So a long time, like when we were kids, and it was 6 to 8 weeks for delivery.
That's what I was just thinking. Yeah.
Long time is kind of relative, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. When you click on the thing on Amazon and it says order now and you'll get it by the end of the day. Oh shoot! Can I wait that long?
What? The end of the day? That's true.
Look, we don't cook with fire anymore. Well, I guess some of us do.
Yeah, we cook with Uber Eats.
Oh my gosh, you guys, hopeless. Okay, well, here are my top 5 frustrations during the holiday prep season. And like Mike said, I didn't realize I had such a long list. Maybe I shouldn't watch The Grinch later. I think it's rubbing off. But this is what I came down with as my top 5. Yes, shopping, but for me, it's shopping on the weekends. Because everybody is out shopping on the weekends. I hate that normally. But during Christmas season, I really just want to hurt people, and that's not a good thing. It's just not a good.
Oh, Jackie, you're such a nice person. I don't do that.
I'm not gonna. Huh. The other thing about shopping that I hate, because I had 2 shopping things. The other thing I hate, it has bothered me ever since I was like in my 20s, I guess, when I was old enough to start paying attention to things other than just me. But when you go holiday shopping and parents, and I understand, I get it. I don't want, we don't need the lecture, but when parents go shopping for their children's Christmas gifts with their children with them, how do you explain that?
No.
How do you explain that?
Shopping for it with them. I've never.
Oh my gosh, I see more and more families doing that. And all I can think of is, how do you explain that, number one? And number 2, when you get home with the gifts, that's got to be like World War II in that house.
Yeah, you know what though, with kids today, it seems like Christmas is like year round though.
Well,
They get so much all the time. Um, we've come to the point commercially where it's not as special with for a lot of people anymore. And you hear we were probably the same way, but you know, so I want this, mommy, I want this, I want it, and it's like, why in the world would you torment yourself that way? Some parents may not have a choice to bring the kids
no,
along. They
absolutely.
may not have options, so they try to hide it. They try to put it on layaway if that's a thing anymore, and get it for the kids. Maybe just having the kids walk up and down the aisle to identify things, right? That you know you think they might like.
I don't know. I just every time I see that, I sit there and I just wonder, how does that work? How does that work?
Mm-hmm.
Another thing that's a frustration for me. My list is so different in a way from y'all's. Another thing that frustrates me at Christmas
Mm-hmm.
is when you go, and I don't know really that there are that many malls anymore, but when you go shopping and you've got Santa Claus there, right? Santa Claus is sitting on his throne. He's got his elf, you know, little cute little decorations, whatever. And moms are lined up with their kids, or dads are lined up with the kids to do what? To get the picture of the little darling with Santa. So my frustration isn't really the lines or any of that, because I think it's a lovely memory to have. It's when mom or dad makes you sit on Santa's lap and that child does not want to be there. Does not want to be there.
Yeah, it's got to be traumatic. How many adults, raise your hand if you've been traumatized and you're still having nightmares?
I think Johanna would probably would raise her hand. I don't think she enjoyed having to sit on Santa's lap. I think she'd like make Angelina do it, and she'd stand next to Santa for the photograph.
Well, mine wasn't Santa, but I think I am still traumatized from my parents trying to have me sit on a life-size Easter bunny for a picture when I was little. The thought of a 7-foot bunny scared the bejesus out of me. No.
Of course. My God.
Yeah. So I was cool with Santa, but that bunny, I was not cool with the bunny at all. Okay, another third frustration for me is cooking and baking for 3 to 5 days and eating it. It's all gone in 10 minutes. What?
Wow.
Why did I do that? Why did I do that?
Who do you invite over?
Everybody. We always invite everybody over.
All the homeless people in the neighborhood.
Yeah, you know, if I could, I would have them over. You don't see as many.
That's to get rid of all that food you were cooking for 3 to 5 days.
Oh, but it drives me insane. It drives me insane. And the part about the cooking that really gets me, and this has always been so, always, even when my kids were young. I have three kids on when they were all little, and you've got that Norman Rockwell picture in your head of baking cookies with the kids, and they're all cutting out the cookies, and then they're putting the sprinkles on, and then frosting. That's not how it goes. Not how it goes.
Mm-mm.
It's chaos. It's utter chaos. And I hated Christmas cookie baking every year, and I don't do it anymore because now I don't have to. They're all in their 30s or above. They can do it themselves. Daggone it.
Jackie, I sense a lot of future counseling sessions for you.
No,
I'm hearing a lot of frustration and counseling going on.
Actually, I'm good with it all.
You use the word hate a lot. Can we let's explore this?
So, Jackie, I got to tell you that not last Christmas, the Christmas before, our first COVID Christmas where we couldn't do Christmas together.
Right.
I baked a bunch of sugar cookies and left them undecorated, and then got frosting of different colors and put them in little disposable piping bags and gave them to my kids so they could decorate cookies at their house so that they could still have that cookie decorating thing. So yeah, I appreciate that you're frustrated, but it's something my kids really enjoyed doing. So we always did the sugar cookie.
Yeah. Hey, let me. This is an interesting perspective, I think, and that is that, and maybe I can speak to my own wife, Sherry. She's been very full of the Christmas spirit, very Norman Rockwell-ish, and she has a good time of doing it and making cookies with our grandson and our son and other people. She pulls it off really well when other people might get frustrated, but she's very good with children. And she's made the holidays wonderful, baking cookies, fixing the special meals. We're getting ready to go for Christmas. We're playing Christmas music in the house. We've got the tree up. Everything looks right. And I know that she's been maintaining a spirit of thankfulness, gratitude, and trying to enjoy what Christmas is about in a religious sense, the birth of Christ, and in just enjoying the relationships of family. But all around her, there's people like me or other folks that are like, no, just, griping about this, griping about that, annoyed about this, can't, and because, like we said, you're trying to manage expectations of everything going on. And a lot of the stuff is just completely out of your control anyway.
Yeah.
And I thought, that is so true. You just really need to try not to vocalize or use the body language or speak. And I've had to learn how to try to control, saying everything I think. So I've got very Tourette's that way, right? So I'm like, yeah, okay, don't
Pops
say
in
that.
your head.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't say that. Just because you don't like everything that's happening at a holiday get together doesn't mean you have to open your mouth and quash it for everyone else, right? If nothing else, even if you don't believe something someone said in regard to another holiday or whatever, enjoy your family, enjoy your relationships, enjoy the fact that people are coming together. Honestly, try to steer clear of controversial topics. If someone should be a whole separate show probably, but stay clear of controversial subjects. People, family members that you haven't seen in forever may try to poke you with certain things. Just don't go there.
Hang on a second.
Plan ahead of time not to go there.
This is a show called The Real Squabble.
Mm-hmm.
And you've just advised people to not squabble.
Well, see, and you're arguing with me.
Yeah, I just wanted to bring that up as a.
Well, I think there is a time to argue, and I'm probably the first to start speaking to play devil's advocate. And I do enjoy it, but never in a mean-spirited way. I don't like that. And I think there are certain times when you need to back off, and you need to love each other and just enjoy your family, and not bring up, like you do at every holiday, every sin that Bobby committed since he was 3, a problem. Go ahead.
See, this is why Norman Rockwell paintings are so beloved, because there's no sound. There's no sound with those paintings.
Right.
If there was sound with those paintings, you would hear things like, "Why is Uncle George drunk again at the table?" You would start hearing these squabbling things, right? And you're making a really good point. And I think we all understand that. I think we all get that,
Right.
Christmas truly is a wonderful, magical time of the year. What whatever way you are choosing to celebrate it.
Yeah.
Does not matter. There is just something magical about the season.
Yeah.
And I just think it's kind of interesting every so often that sometimes, kind of now I'm going to do devil's advocate, that sometimes we get so wrapped up in trying to manage expectations and make everything perfect
Mhm.
that we forget that there is a slightly like Darth Vader side to holiday prep. And so this is 1 hour out of one day when we're venting it all out and getting it out there. Because this is the real squabble, daggone it. No.
Mhm. Yeah, no, agreed. And you know what? Quite honestly, once the family from the Norman Rockwell painting, I wish I knew the name of that painting, where they're at the dinner table. Once that Thanksgiving dinner was over, they all went to the Bahamas and skipped Christmas, like in the movie Christmas with the Cranks. So, and as you were speaking earlier, I just envisioned Jamie Lee Curtis in that movie with Tim Allen, just having had it and just leaving town. But just know, Jackie, as soon as you do, that one of your daughters is going to come into town and you're going to have to rush at the last minute to put Christmas together.
No, I won't. Not ever. Because this is the other reason I don't need therapy. As you have pointed out, I would like to think that as I've gotten older, I've already worked through all these things.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just kind of fun to bring them up every once in a while and just let that pressure valve out.
Yeah, true enough. We're highlighting some of the things that we've touched on through the years that maybe a few people are just starting to experience. And I don't think there's nothing we've said that folks can't identify with across the board. Yeah. And the truth is, we idealize everything, and a lot of maybe young ladies more so than young guys have this idealistic notion of how the world is supposed to be that gets busted. But it's good to talk about it. It's good to talk about what to plan. Hope for the best, plan for the worst. Is that what they say? Right?
Yeah, isn't that the song?
It's not, the truth is that life isn't a rose garden every day. So Christmas isn't going to be any different, but you can still enjoy your day. You can still have gratitude. You can still focus on what it's truly about, and try to pull back on the commercialism as much as enjoy that. But remember, it's not about a toy. It's not about what you give someone. It's a giving season, but it doesn't mean that it has to be calculated in dollars and cents.
And speaking of that, I'm going to give us the next little kind of trivia question to move us into another segment. Speaking of Santa and children being traumatized sitting on Santa's lap, or in my case, the Easter Bunny's lap, which Christmas song starts with a threat or a warning?
Santa Claus is coming to town.
You better watch out.
You better not.
You better not cry.
Better not pout.
I'm telling you why.
So, since
Santa Claus is coming to town,
he sees you. That
oh my God,
he's a stalker.
Well,
stalker. Oh
yeah.
my God.
He's looking in your windows, through the light pockets, everywhere, man.
Right there.
Yep.
What were the top 3 gifts you guys wanted when you were a child? Say between the ages of like 5 and 12, or not even top 3. Just can you remember any of those gifts that you really, really, really wanted during that age?
Oh yeah, Corgi, Batmobile, and boat that the Batmobile pulls behind. And you could not. I mean, you can. I looked one up on eBay. It's for sale for almost $500 now.
Wow.
Right.
And you still haven't gotten it?
No, I did get it. I got it back in 1969.
Wow.
And you couldn't probably get it in any store today because it's cast iron.
Yep.
And it has a blade that pokes out in the front, almost like a switchblade style, and little rocket launcher in the back. And yeah, safety concerns all around, but that was a major toy. Hot wheel tracks and a gas powered remote control plane. Remember the kind that was on a string that you put in a circle? Yeah.
Yeah. So when you had these gifts that you really, really, really wanted, did you always get them?
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they were usually at that age, reasonable requests. It wasn't crazy until we became teenagers.
Right. Yeah, that's why we're focusing on the young group. Okay, Glenn, what about you? What were some things that you just had to have when you were?
G.I. Joe with Kung Fu Grip.
Ooh.
Kung Fu Grip G.I. Joe, man, that was so cool. I remember bugging the crap out of my parents for walkie-talkies.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know how in my head that having walkie-talkies was going to be so cool, because once I got them, I mean, 30 minutes into it, like, hey, can you hear me? Yeah, and you can see them right over there. Hey, can you hear me? I could hear you without pressing the button down, but yeah, whatever. I mean, it was never as cool and in practice as it was in your imagination.
When we were playing combat out in the woods, they were very handy, along with our super snooper periscopes.
Oh yeah.
Oops, I remember
that you can see around the corner or above stuff. Yeah. How about the handheld Mattel football game? Remember those? Not
handheld, but I remember that old NFL game that had the vibrating magnet.
About 10 years later, they had the one that was about that big. You held it in portrait mode, and you'd move your guy up and down, and sometimes you could press a button that would pass the little football.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Catch it. Yeah, and ran on a 9-volt battery, and that's why I learned that you could tell if it was live by putting it on your tongue.
Hey, that's how you figured out how those old racetracks were hot too.
Yes. Yeah. I forgot slot car racing. Oh my gosh, that was so much fun. You could never go off your lane.
Wow. Okay, so me, the one thing that I really, really remember wanting was a Chrissy doll. Now, I realize you two probably have no idea what that is, but I'm going to tell you, lucky you.
Wait a second. Was that from one of the TV shows?
Nope.
A Chrissy doll.
I wanted a Chrissy doll. And Chrissy stood, I don't know, maybe about 12 inches.
Not a Mrs. Beasley.
No. Oh, God, no.
Yeah.
Chrissy. And she had she had like a short, like red hair bob. The coolest thing about Chrissy was you could pick that wench up by her hair and pile it all up on top of her head like this, and pull it, and it would all come out, and it would all of a sudden be down, and it would be floor length. And then you could wind it back up, and you could make her hair any length you wanted to. That's my lifelong obsession with different hair colors and styles. Yes.
Okay. Here, Chrissy doll.
That's her. Yep. That's Chrissy doll.
Okay.
Oh, I wanted that so badly. I was so happy. I didn't even care about what else was under the tree when I opened that one.
Oh, okay. So you did get it. So that's good. Well, we're speaking of different holiday traditions too, and opening the toys. We would always open a gift the night before, like on Christmas Eve. We would all get to open a gift that was to each other, and then Santa Claus and the rest of the gift opening would happen on Christmas morning. And my brother and I, we were so anxious about Santa Claus getting there that no other day of the year would we be up at 4:30 and 5 o'clock in the morning. But we'd be at 5 o'clock in the morning, we'd be sitting on the sofa looking at the Christmas tree going, "That's mine. No, that's yours. That's mine." And it's like,
Yep. We weren't allowed to open a gift on Christmas Eve. We had to open everything on Christmas morning.
Hmm.
So at our house, it was the same thing. One gift before you went to bed on Christmas Eve, and the rest of them on Christmas morning. And it was the one day of the year my parents slow roll out of bed, right?
Right.
So like, oh no, we're not getting up at 6. We're
Yeah.
up.
Well,
at 6.
mom's got to
We
make.
can't open up anything until we've had breakfast.
Yeah.
Come on,
Yes!
Mom. Come on.
Yes! That
And
was my
after you
dad.
Put on your nice clothes for the pictures.
Oh,
Dad, you're going to get dressed, you're going to have breakfast, and then.
sorry, Glenn, your dad's still in bed. We can't do it yet.
Right?
And I think he's just in there going, he can't open his damn presents because I'm not out of bed yet.
I'm never getting out of bed.
That's funny. The night before it was ho ho ho, and the morning of it was he he he.
Now, Johanna's family, on the other hand, and this was a bit of a conflict when we first got married. They opened everything on the 24th, right?
Oh.
You come back from candlelight service and you open presents, and then you go to bed and it's Christmas the next day. And I'm like, oh man.
Wow.
So I think we've done it alternately both ways in the
Mhm.
past.
Well, I think that traditionally it comes from the old Hebrew way of calculating time, because you have Christmas Eve that pretty much starts at 6 o'clock in the evening. That's how they calculate Hanukkah too, right?
That's
So
the
that-
beginning of the day.
So then a lot of people at 6 o'clock in the evening leading up to Christmas, it would be Christmas for them, and they would
Yeah, that's-
celebrate.
yep.
They would celebrate Christmas that way. And I think through the years, things have just started to blend with.
Mhm.
Now we just go ahead and open up our Christmas gifts on November 27th.
No, not
Oh.
yet.
How about the second Christmas Day, which is something that we don't celebrate in America, but Boxing Day,
Boxing Day.
which in Germany it's called the Zweite Weihnachtstag, the second Christmas Day. So you have Christmas with your family and then Christmas with your extended family the next day. I
Yep.
mean, it's still something that we look at each other going, man, America's missing this great marketing opportunity to extend Christmas an extra day, and we still haven't figured out how to do it.
Well, you see, I always thought Christmas was extended through Epiphany anyway. And I don't know why, but I thought Boxing Day, well, that was just when you put all the empty boxes.
That's what I thought.
No, it's when you put stuff back in boxes, take it back to the
Take it
store,
to the store.
switch out to the right size. Yeah.
Or wrap it up for the
Ain't no
trash.
way I'm squeezing in that pair of slippers.
Hey,
Exactly.
one last thing I gotta know. Guys, is it ham or is it turkey in your house for Christmas?
Usually it's ham and roast beef.
Ham and so like roast beef, like in my favorite movie, The Grinch. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Glenn, what about you?
So we've turkey frequently, but duck occasionally.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Have either of you ever tried goose? You know, the Christmas goose?
No.
No, duck, I say, but not goose. We haven't done goose, but I love duck fat. Is so awesome in it, and you can like do baked potato, like roasted potatoes with the duck fat, and oh my gosh, we just.
Is that a European thing with the goose?
Well, I think it is, because we went to a friend's house one Christmas and they had goose. And I thought, oh, well, never had it. Don't knock it till you try. I will never eat goose again. No.
I went to 4 different houses, and it was duck, no, goose.
Duck.
Right.
Goose.
Sorry. Well, the only time I've ever seen it where it seems so special is in Scrooge.
Yeah.
Oh, buy the biggest goose you can find.
The one that's as big as me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
No,
it probably tastes like chicken.
no, it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
No.
Look, I don't know. It's very, I think it's just very greasy and very oily. Ugh, it's a texture thing for me. I don't care for it. But we are having friends over for Christmas this year, and I made the mistake of saying ham or turkey for Christmas dinner. I'm thinking everybody has Christmas ham. They want Christmas turkey, so we're having both.
Oh, that's wonderful. That is so.
It'll be gone in 10 minutes. Don't worry, Jackie.
It will. I'll be cooking for days. It'll be gone in 10 minutes, right?
No
Back-
leftovers.
Bringing this thing full circle. So, as we close it out for today, guys, which Christmas song? It's the last song thing I'm going to ask. Which Christmas song would you say is the Christmas song? What is the Christmas song to you? What is the one song and you're like, that's
That means Christmas. Yeah. Oh come, Emmanuel. That's mine.
Silent Night.
I was going to say Silent Night. Yeah.
Stille Nacht.
Stille Nacht.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those are beautiful. Those encapsulate Christmas, I think,
Me too.
certainly on the, on the commercial side, it's got to be something by Mariah Carey,
Or Kenny G, right?
Kenny G, right,
Something
or
I can really sing along to.
Harry Connick Jr. maybe.
Well, I was going to say Silent Night too.
Mhm.
But then I realized that for me, actually, it's Carol of the Bells.
Oh,
When
yeah.
I Carol of the Bells, I feel Christmas.
That's cool.
Yeah.
It's a good song. I like that. So
Yeah.
maybe you could take us out singing it.
No.
Ding dingy dong.
Ding ding dong, ding dingy dong.
There you
But-
go.
Guys, thanks so much for being with us as we talked the holiday edition of the Squabble today.
Yeah.
And I really do, from all of us here to all of you listening, truly have a wonderful holiday season and a happy new year.
Yeah, you guys as well. Have a joyous Christmas, and we've got all the frustrations out today. Vicariously join us with it, and then move on and enjoy your time. And hey, thank you everyone for joining us for this special holiday version of the Real Squabble as we head toward Christmas and Hanukkah. Remind you once again to follow us on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel, The Real Squabble. Thanks, guys.